Back with another video, Total Package Investments Retired 2021, back with another package. So I'm giving y'all some free game today, So many of you all know that I was in debt, $48,000 in debt, 35,000 of that was student loans. Half of that I was able to settle. The other half of that I was able to cut it in half by using Bitcoin. And so in this video, I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. This could potentially be a game changer for you. Anyway, roll the intro.
Otherwise, send a bias to orders out. I can show you a real side.
At a very high level, Paxful is the eBay or Facebook marketplace in the cryptocurrency space, right? So for example, if you wanted to buy a TV, you can go to Amazon or Walmart or any department store to buy the TV. Or you can go to eBay or Facebook Marketplace to buy the TV. And what's the difference? So when you buy it from Amazon or Walmart, you're buying it from a trusted entity. But when you're buying it from Facebook or eBay, you're buying it from a person. And this is how it is in the cryptocurrency space. So you can buy Bitcoin from a trusted exchange like Coinbase or Gemini or Cash App or even PayPal now, or you can buy it from a place like Paxful or a place like Local Bitcoins. And when you buy it there, you're buying it from a person, right? So that's the analogy there. That's how they are similar in that way. And so this is important because some people are not able to buy Bitcoin from these exchanges like Coinbase or Gemini because it requires more verification. But when you go to a place like Paxful, it requires less verification. So this is the appeal for one. And then two, because of that appeal, it attracts a wider audience that would not normally have access to Bitcoin. So at a very high level, that is what Paxful is. And so we as sellers, we can upload Bitcoin on its platform and sell it to individuals that are looking to buy Bitcoin who don't have access to one of these exchanges. All right, y'all, so this is the home page right here, paxful.com. You see it right here at the top. So let me give a few thoughts, comments on the home page. So here we see the price of Bitcoin currently. So it's right at a little over 19,000. So Bitcoin has been on a crazy bull run. And so you can buy or sell Bitcoin here. So I always sell on this site. I never buy. I buy my Bitcoin from Cash App, but I sell it here on this website. And as you can see, there are 350 different ways to receive payment. Okay. Now I'm only going to be talking about one payment method today. But there are 350 ways to receive payment for your Bitcoin. And let me just say this, selling Bitcoin is not a problem up here. People want it. People want Bitcoin, okay? Now, sometimes some payment methods are a little better than others. So you can sell Bitcoin as low as 2%, 3%, as high as 20%, 30%, 40%, okay? So there's a lot of ways to profit on this particular website. But when you click on it, it breaks it up in different categories. And the one that I'm going to be talking about today when it comes to student loans is gift cards, and specifically One Vanilla. So I'm gonna do four things in this video. So one, I'm gonna show you how to create an offer. Two, I'm gonna show you how to execute the trade. Three, I'm gonna show you what to do once you have the payment in possession. And then fourth, I'm going to show you how to upload Bitcoin to the platform so that you can sell it in the first place. So those are the four things I'm gonna do. Now, I will not show you how to create an account, and I will not show you how to secure your account in this video. I'm gonna put two links in the description below, and those videos will show you how to do those things. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna create an offer. So press create an offer. Now, creating an offer is like putting a listing on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. So, you know, if you're on Facebook Marketplace, you need something to sell, right? So you take a picture of the item, you give a description of the item, and then you post it. That's how you get people to see your posts on Facebook Marketplace. So similarly, on Paxful, you are creating an offer to sell Bitcoin at a particular rate. All right. So what we're doing here is Bitcoin. So Tether is something else. It's a stable coin, but you're going to press Bitcoin and then you're going to press sell Bitcoin here. And then you're going to put in one vanilla right there. And then you're going to hit next step to the right. Okay. And what I do is I put market price because your offer selling price will change according to the market price of Bitcoin. So no matter the price of Bitcoin, I'm always getting a particular percentage. So here, currently at one vanilla, you can probably sell on 24%, more or less. Now, last year when I was getting out of debt, this was a lot higher, but times have changed. So each sale, you can probably average about 20 to maybe 30% on a sale. And then at this point, you go down to the trade limits. So what is the minimal trade? So you can do 50 up to 500. That's what I usually do, but you can always change this at any point. And then when you scroll down some more, trade time limit. So I do 30 minutes, which is the lowest. It doesn't take a long time to do these trades. So that's the second step. So it gives a summary of it over here. It says buyers often look for the best value and great vendor ratings. Yeah. And so again, this is very much like eBay and Facebook Marketplace. So when you're choosing to buy from someone, you can see their ratings. So as a new trader, you don't have any ratings, but after each trade, people can provide feedback. And so this creates trust in the system, because there are a lot of scammers on this website, just like there are scammers on Facebook Marketplace and any other platform. It attracts both the good and the bad, but the rating system is a way to filter out the bad people or the bad traders. Okay, so it has here, see, Paxful is going to take 3% from each trade. So you're going to earn 21 because they're going to take 3%. Now, this used to be 2%. What's up, Paxful? You know, what's going on with you? But they moved it up earlier in the year. Okay, so go to next step. All right, so we're still creating an offer. Now, tags are just basically a way for you to kind of catch the attention of the person. So what I normally do is I do physical cards. No, that's not the one that I do. Okay. I do cash only. That's it. Okay. And then I do cash only. And then I may do something like ASAP release. Okay. So I'm just letting the seller know that this trade is going to be quick. Okay. Now you're going to offer the terms for the buyer, right? So, you know, when you are using Paxful, you are basically doing the transaction. So I have already copied and pasted something. So that's what I have here, right? So I'm going to talk about this later whenever I get into execute the trade, because all of this means something, okay? But I'm going to get into that later, so hold tight. And I basically do the same thing here. I copy and paste both in both areas, offer terms for the buyer and trade instructions. So I just put them in both places. Okay. So require trade partner to have verify their ID. I do not require that because, as I said here, I'm trying to open up the market. The reason why they are on this website is because they don't have verification. Right, so advanced options, you see this? Now all of this is optional. And I say that because of the way that Paxful places it. You see that? So when you get down to limitations by country, the reason why this is here is because the US has sanctions with other nations. So the link here will show you what those nations are. So the banned countries are not even here. So you can't even trade it. You can't even trade with them because they're not there. But the countries that are high risk and gray. So if I put in Belarus, okay, yeah, I already did that. Yeah, it comes right up. So if you're trading with someone from Belarus, Paxful is saying that you have to verify their ID before they can send out or sell crypto. All right. So just understand that as you trade, if you just wanted to be on the safe side, all you would do is just put these nations in there and you wouldn't have to deal with any of that. But anyway, I'm gonna put this link in the description below so you can take a look at that. And I'm gonna also put it here, this link in it as well. This is Paxful's how to create an offer. And there's also a video associated with it. But when you watch the video and when you get down to the part that talks about banned nations and banned countries, they don't go into detail about it. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. So, and then working hours here, I don't deal with any of this. I don't have working hours. Whenever I'm ready to trade, I hop on and then I turn on the offer. And as you trade on Paxful, people will begin to trust you. And so if you wanted to, you can show your offer only to your trusted buyers, but I don't do that. I leave it open. Now this right here is basically saying that who do you want to trade with? Do you want them to have done some trades? So sometimes I leave it open. Sometimes I do 3 or 5. You can do 3. You can always change this. Now, the rationale behind this is that scammers normally, they don't have any trades because they get blocked by people. They get negative ratings. And so they're always opening up new accounts. So this is a way to filter through that nonsense. Okay. Limit the amount of money a new account is able to trade with you. I don't limit that amount. I leave that blank. Here, kiosk trade settings. So this is something slightly different that I'm not going to get into, but I just leave that as is. All right. So that's just new. That's new anyway. That wasn't there when I first started. But let's just move forward. So here's a summary of the trade. Then you hit create offer. Okay. It's saying here, it's not accepting this. Maybe it's this. Let me try. Yeah, the hyphen. Okay. Now, if you knew someone, you can just send them this link here and them directly to your offer, but no need for that. Let's close that. Okay. Now, whenever you go back to your home page where it says vendor dashboard, you can see all of the offers that are created, right? So you can see, you know, these are the various platforms that I used, but this is the one right here. Okay. One vanilla MasterCard gift card. That's the one that I just created. All right. Now, when you do yours, obviously you're not going to have all of these offers. Let me turn that off. Excuse me. This is the one that I just did. Yeah. I have 2. Yeah, because I showed you a new one. Yeah. So this is the brand new one right here. And let me turn that off. Whenever you're ready to trade, you would turn that on, but we're going to turn it off now. Plus, I don't even have enough money I don't have enough money in the wallet. So if I go here, I have $2 in my wallet, right? So I don't even have enough to sell it anyway. So that is how you create an offer. Now we're going to go to the next step. All right, y'all. So now we're going to talk about the trade. So this is a trade that I did this month. Okay. So let me just walk through it. So once you turn on your offer, let me show you. You know, you're going to turn that button to the right as I showed you briefly. At some point, someone is going to click on your offer. And once they click on your offer, this trade messaging is going to come up. So it's going to look something like this. Okay. So this is the person that's buying my Bitcoin. JLo 12, location USA, right? Yeah. So it will look like this. You turn on the offer, one vanilla, one vanilla, one vanilla. Yeah. You just turn it on just like that. And then at some point, someone will click on it. And then once they open up a trade with you, this menu will come up right here. All right. So here's what's happening. It says that the buyer is paying $500, right? So this is the Bitcoin denomination here. And it tells you how much that is in USD. So they're spending $410 for a card that is worth $500, right? But you got to remember Paxful is going to get theirs. So in actuality, $423 is now in escrow, right? So Paxful is holding $423 in escrow. And the buyer will have 30 minutes to make their payment and click pay before the trade expires, right? So understand what's going on here. You will get a gift card that has $500 on it. That's what you're going to get. And only $423 is coming out of your wallet. See this right here? Your account. And I'm going to talk about that later. So your profit on this is, you know, almost $80. Okay. So you made $80 in a trade that took, you know, 5 to 10 minutes. All right. Now, so that's the power of it, right? So when you scroll down here, that's the trade instruction. So I just put that in the last step. And then, so yeah, let me go through it. So I always accept cash receipts because, you know, as I said, you know, this platform attracts the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so I want cash receipts because I don't want to deal with the possibility of someone taking someone's debit card to acquire the gift card. I don't want to deal with that. So I only accept cash. And then I tell the buyer to wait for me to buy something with the card because people up here can be very impatient. So once I have the card, I'm like, hey, wait for me to buy something. And then I tell them I must be able to see the entire card, both front and back. I will verify the balance. So the gift card, you can check the balance at the website that's on the back of the gift card. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay. And depending on the card, I will not release the coin until the card is activated. This depends on the time of the purchase. And so this is just something that I learned just from doing this a lot. So whenever you click on the gift card and you check the receipt, you need to know when the card was bought, because let's just say it's 2 o'clock now and they bought the card at 2 o'clock and then they trade with you at 2:30 and then you try to redeem the card, you won't be able to redeem it because it takes an hour for the card to be activated. Okay, so just understand that. All right. And then I basically say by accepting this site, by accepting this trade, you agree that you're not using Bitcoin for illegal or illicit activity. That's just my way of saying that I'm not co-signing what you're doing with Bitcoin. All right. Now, let's scroll down here. And so this is the moderator, and it just basically says that we want to protect you from users pretending to be moderators. When a Paxful moderator joins the chat, the indicator above changes to available. If you think something isn't right, report the problem or start with a dispute. You see, people people are pretending to be the moderator, but they're just buyers. So anyway, this is the guy here, J-Lo. So he says hello. See that? And so I said, hey, right? You're speaking to the person because the transaction is direct. Remember, right? This is like Facebook Marketplace. This is like OfferUp or Craigslist or eBay. You talk with people, not an entity, right? I said, hey, send the receipt. Okay. And so he sends the receipt. Okay. So you see here, let's zoom in on this. Okay. What I look for is how it was paid. As you can see here, it says cash. Sometimes it says cash 10, as in TEND. And so what I do at that point is I just make sure that it's cash. If it's debit, I say cancel the trade. I don't negotiate. I never accept debit payments. Okay, so he sends the card, and so you see it here. He has the card. And so this is the card. That's the front. And then this is the back. So you need both the front and the back. All right. And, so it says buyer has marked this trade as paid. So it's basically saying, listen, I paid you. So release the Bitcoin. Okay. And so at this point, I'm basically redeeming the card. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So stay tuned. Yeah, one more quick thing. I'm going to change the screen real quick because this trade that I have up already is already completed. But this one right here is a live trade. And so once you receive the payment, you're going to release the Bitcoin right here. So this icon is going to pop up to the left. You're going to press it. This is a photo, so I'm not able to press it, but you're going to press it. And then whenever you set up your account, you can either put the authenticator or you can have them text a code to your phone, and then you can put in that code. And then once you do that, the coins are released to the buyer. So once you get the payment, you release the coin. But you only release the coin once you actually redeem the card. So I wouldn't recommend that you release the coins as soon as you get the card, but you want to make sure that there's money on the card and you want to make sure that you redeemed it. All right, y'all. So one thing that I forgot to mention. So when a person opens up a trade with you, click on the profile. And the profile basically will demonstrate their trustworthiness. So as you can see here that this person has been in 447 trades, 133 different people. And so he has a pretty good rating, 125 positive feedbacks, 0 negative feedbacks. And he's been blocked by 8 people, trusted by 1. So don't pay attention to this too much. I've been blocked, but this is the most important part right here, positive feedbacks. So anyway, so if you see someone who has 10 positive feedbacks, but 5 negative ratings, then you don't really want to deal with a person like that. Now, if a person has had 1,000 trades and then 4 negative feedbacks, that's different. But when a person has a negative feedback, there will be comments posted here, but no one has posted anything because he doesn't have any negative feedbacks. So this is important. So when a person opens up a trade with you, check them out, vet them. So we almost done. Now, what do you do once you have the car in possession? Okay, so we can see here that the buyer has sent the card. So we need to check the balance, because some people could send you cards that don't have money up there. So I would encourage you to record your trades just in case disputes happen. But first we need to see the website. So it says here One Vanilla. So I already have it up right here. All right. Now, what I normally do is I just type in the card right here in the web URL place. What do you call that thing? Anyway, let's just get it. 2901 87 86. So I'm gonna copy, and then I'm gonna put in the date 0526. All right, and then I'm going to put the 3 numbers on the back end, 416. Okay. But anyway, as you can see, I used the card already. So this is an old trade. And, there's still 45 cents left on the card. But, that's what I bought something else. Yeah, I paid some taxes with this card. So anyway, that is what you do. Now, here is the kicker, okay, when it comes to your student loans. Once you have this card, you need to figure out if there is a way for you to pay for your student loans over the phone or by talking to someone in person and giving them a Visa card, okay? So that's what I did. So with my loan servicer, they had a 1-800 number and they could accept payments by debit card. And so once I had this card here, I would just type in the number, type in all of the relevant information, and I paid for my student loans by using this gift card. That's what I did. Okay, so if I were you, what I would do is I would just go to Walmart, get a One Vanilla card, spend $20 on it or something, and then I would try to pay for my student loan by using the gift card to see if that is even possible. And if it is possible, then I would start using this method to pay back the student loan. Okay, so understand what's happening here. Okay. So imagine that you uploaded $500 to your wallet. Okay, so $500 is in here. Okay. So when this trade is done, how much money will be in your wallet? Okay, so you're gonna take 500 minus 23, and that's about $77 would be left. So $77 would still be up here, and the 500 would be on the card, and you would take that 500 and use it to pay your student loan. Okay. You see, Bitcoin and using this method allows you to increase your purchasing power. That's what we're doing here, because we are selling the Bitcoin on interest. Okay, so that is what you do once you have the car in possession. Yo, so this is the last part of the video. So how do you upload Bitcoin to Paxful in the first place? All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to wallet. And then once this comes up, you're going to press, it's taking a while. Okay, here it is. So you're going to press receive any moment now. Okay, there it is, right? And then a QR code is going to come up. All right. Now you need to buy the Bitcoin on Cash App. So I have a video on my YouTube page. It shows you how to do that. So go to your Cash App, go to that video, watch it. Now you're going to get to the point in the video where you need to send the Bitcoin somewhere else. So Cash App has a QR code scanner, and you're going to scan this QR code right here, and it's going to send the Bitcoin from Cash App to Paxful. All right. Now, I always just use a new address for safety precaution. So that's what that is. All right. Now, here is the part that is kind of unfortunate right now. So remember, I said that there are 350 ways to receive payment for your Bitcoin. Now, gift cards are one way to receive payment for Bitcoin, but Paxful requires you to put down a security deposit for this particular payment method. Now, I'm not going to get into the details on why. I'm just going to post an article that Paxful, that was published by Paxful to explain that. What does that mean for you? Now, when I started selling gift cards, one Bitcoin was not that expensive. So now, as I mentioned, the price of one Bitcoin is $19,000 more or less. When I started on this platform, Bitcoin hovered around 9,000 to about 10,000. Okay, so 10% of a Bitcoin back then was $1,000. Now it is almost $2,000. So you see this page here, 0.1 Bitcoin equals, $1,931. Okay. So in order for you to trade gift cards, you need that much money to get started. Yes. Okay. Now just understand that whenever you put this money as a deposit, you're not spending money, but you're simply holding your money here. And you can always withdraw this money out at any time. It takes about 7 days for you to not. So if you don't trade any gift card for 7 days, you're able to withdraw your money. Okay. But I said that it's still worth it. One, because Bitcoin is going to continue to go up. You got some people projecting that it's going to go up to 100,000, 200,000. And so can you imagine how difficult it's going to be to deposit 10% of a Bitcoin whenever it gets to $100,000 and $200,000? So if you just keep that perspective, you can see that this is still a great opportunity for you to sell gift cards on this platform while the price of Bitcoin is relatively cheap. Okay. But if you go to the part where it says you have vendor here, that's the security. This is the security deposit right here. You see it? So I have 0.1 Bitcoin in it. And I can only withdraw after 6 days. Okay. Because I made a trade yesterday. And then I can take out that deposit if I want to. Okay. So that's what's going on with the platform. I still think it's worth it. If I were in your shoes and I was trying to pay back my student loan, I would definitely do it in a heartbeat. because you are cutting your student loan, and not in half at this point, but at least by 20 to 25%. Last year was a lot higher, as I mentioned. And on top of that, you're still taking advantage of the fact that Bitcoin is increasing in value. So as I said earlier, when I had this deposit in, it was at 10,000. Now it's at 20,000, right? So I am benefiting from that appreciation. So anyway, y'all, that is the video. If you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I am also going to put a referral link for this, for Paxful in the description. And so, click on the referral link, help a brother out. If you click on the referral link, I can give you detailed help and explanation if you need it. But everything I said here, I think is self-explanatory. And if you follow the steps, you can get started and you can begin to use this platform to help you, help yourself, help your family, create some additional income on the side. Anyway, grace and peace.